rivalry, and how does it affect week leading up to practice?
Well, hopefully it doesn't affect us too much, you know what I mean? Obviously there's a lot of tradition there, and being new to here, it's kind of something new to me too, you know? So I'm excited to be a part of it, but I think, you know, for our guys in particular, we got to try to keep it, you know, as close to the same as it's been, or as it could be. You know, I think that our guys have done a really nice job preparing, especially the last couple of weeks, and it's given an opportunity to play well on Saturdays. And so, to me, that's got to be our message. And what I'm trying to tell the guys is, we just got to prepare like you've done the last couple of weeks, and that's enough, you know. And obviously there'll be a lot of outside stuff going on, and for both the fan bases, it'll be a big game, and we got to give ourselves the best chance to go play well, and the best way to do that is prepare the right way.
When you were a player, did you ever get caught up in rivalry stuff at all?
Not really. I think part of it is, especially at Texas Tech, but in the Big 12, rivalries are kind of messed up. You know, it's hard to say who's a rival to who, and you know, probably Texas Tech people would say that A&M is a rival, but A&M would say Texas is a rival. Texas would probably say OU is the rival, and you can make the argument that OU would say Oklahoma State's the rival. So you kind of got to twist a little rivalry bill set up in there. But you know, for us, I think, I mean, at Texas Tech, I think the team that your fans dislike the most is probably Texas A&M. But again, we tried our best just to prepare the right way, and you know, I was fortunate enough to beat those guys every time. So I like that rivalry, but you know, again, I think the key is just to try to prepare the best that you can the same way. And like I said, when you play, there's obviously going to be a lot of emotion, and it should be a great atmosphere when two big rivals play. But again, you got to prepare the right way to give yourself a chance to be successful, and that's what I think our guys have bought into, and we got to do.
When you consider the youth who on offense, especially at the start of the season, it's kind of your expectation that it would take until, you know, November to really see like what the offense was fully capable of, kind of like what's happening now?
Well, you know, I think that any time that, I mean, like I've said since I've been here, the more experience you get, the better you're going to be, and especially in the system, and coming in with a brand new system. I have high expectations. We have really talented guys, and every week I expect to go play well. But you know, I do think that as you get later in the year, you kind of start to see some guys settle in, and really not even just the young guys, but really even the old guys, kind of really starting to understand what we're trying to do and understand the system and play at a high level. And so, you know, it's been fun to be a part of. I mean, fun to see the last couple of weeks. I think they're practicing the right way. They're preparing the right way, and like I said, I think a lot of it's culture, and they've done a great job of not only buying into what we do schematically, but culturally too, and preparing the right way. But again, with a lot of youth and a lot of young guys, any college experience is going to help, but especially with a brand new system, I think that experience in the system improves every week, and so that's been the goal, is to improve every week, and I think they've done that, especially lately. They've really played at a high level, and so we got to keep that going.
You've been kind of two different offenses this year, the more balanced one early on and more pass heavy. Which one is more true to your style and what you kind of envision?
I love to throw the ball, but I think that with the team we have, and really any time, I do like to run the football, and I think you got to run the football to win games. You know, I think that lately the heavier pass has probably been more to personnel, due to personnel issues than necessarily what I'd like to do. But it's been fun, and like I said, when you can throw the football effectively, it makes it fun, and it gives us a chance to do that. But you know, like I said, I think lately a lot of it's been, we just don't have a ton of depth at the running back position, and so you don't have a ton of guys to hand the ball to. So it kind of forces you to throw the football, but again, it has been fun, and I love it throwing, you know. But I love to win a lot more than I love to throw it. So whatever it takes to win, I'll do. And I do think you got to run the football to win. But they're doing a great job, like I said, with the personnel we have, with who we have here, with who we have healthy. We've had to throw the ball some, and you got to credit everyone, really. You know, I think the receivers have played at a high level. Keaton in the last couple of weeks has really played at a high level, and that puts a lot of stress on the offensive line. That's what I think a lot of people don't realize is throwing the football just with their skill guys. Yeah, you can do it all day, and I think you'd be really effective. But that just puts a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on that O-line to perform well. And they've answered the call. And so that's probably who it's harder on than anyone, is the offensive line, because the defensive line gets the tee off on them a little bit, and they're back in the rush. And they've protected really well. You know, last week we took quite a few shots, and that takes time to get off. And they gave Keaton the time to throw it, and the guys make the plays. So Like I said, I think a lot of it's just been due to who we have healthy, but the guys have done a great job doing whatever it takes.
Has there been any learning process for you this year going from North Texas to USC and transferring?
I think always, just like a player, I think the more experience you get, the better you're going to get. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, football's football, you know, and so no matter what level you're at, I mean, at the college level, you're dealing with probably a little bit better athletes here, obviously, and especially, you know, those receivers right over there are pretty special guys. That makes it fun, and you can do a few more things with them and get creative with them. But for the most part, if you look at what we did in North Texas and look at what we did here, it's really similar. And I think at the end of the day, it comes down to just doing the things right. And like I was talking about earlier, buying into the culture, buying into what we do, how we do it. And if you do that, you give yourself a chance to be really successful. And I think in this offense, like I've talked about since I've been here, the longer you're in it, the better you're going to be. But also, when you do things right, you can see it can be really, really effective. And you can put up a lot of great numbers and score a lot of points. So I think that they've done a great job of doing that. You know, I mean, the whole offense has, and we've improved every week. And like you said, it kind of seems like we're gelling at a pretty good time right now, and we got to keep doing that.
Drake London is obviously physically talented and he's had exceptionally second half of the season, but is there more than that allows a true freshman to be able to perform like that?
For sure. I mean, because there's a lot of talented freshmen out there, and very few of them play at the level that Drake's played, especially lately. But he's been great since he's been here. You know, I think just, again, he's gotten more and more comfortable. He has a skill set I've never seen. He's as good as I've ever been around. But really what I think allows him to be successful as early as he's been successful is his mentality, you know. And the great thing about Drake is he wants to be coached hard. And if he comes off to the sideline and you get on him, he gets pissed off, not because you got onto him, but because he feels like he didn't do something exactly right. And that's the kind of guy you want. And that's why he's been successful. It's not, obviously his talent is exceptionally high. Again, I haven't been around one with his skill set, but his mindset what makes him better. And if you watch last week, you know, I think a lot of people saw, well, he had a lot of great plays and made a lot of great catches that he did. But if you watch a couple of the blocks he has, that's probably been more impressive than, you know, for a basketball guy that, you know, a lot of times you think, well, he's probably not a real physical guy or something. You know, when he's a freshman, he's young, and he wants to go put his face on him. And, you know, there's even times where he'll say, Coach, call that one play where I can go block that guy, you know, because that's just his mindset. And I think that's allowed him to be successful more than his talent. And obviously, his talent plays a huge role in it. But there's a lot of talented freshmen that don't play at his level because they don't have the same mindset and the same mentality that Drake has. And I think that separated him as a freshman, and it's going to continue to separate him the longer he plays.
Thanks, Graham.
Yep.